A lot more now than it did before, I'll tell you that. This is really such an honor to have the chance to come and guest host for a week, to meet all the crew, to meet the contestants. You know, like everyone else, I grew up with Jeopardy. I love playing. I love playing with my family. I love competing with myself, watching every night. I actually never imagined that I would one day be on the stage as a guest host. It was a thrill enough for me. The time I was a category or a response on Jeopardy, but the chance to be a guest host it was really, really fun, and I just feel lucky to have had it. Come on, it's Jeopardy. But I have to say, you know, I hadn't thought about it a lot before I did it. The minute I heard I was going to do it and started telling people, everybody lights up when you tell them you're going to be guest hosting Jeopardy. People you would never expect. They think it's the coolest thing in the world, and after doing it for a week of shows, they're right. The one I remember most was I was with my family, my extended family once, at a Greek restaurant in New York called Loy. It was with my parents and my kids and my wife, and Alex, it turned out, was in the table right next to us with his kids, and he was just so warm, and he came over to the table and greeted my parents and said very nice things to me, about me, to my parents. It was just such a beautiful thing to do, and we had a great talk, and it was just great to see him offset in real life, and he was incredibly warm and a giving person, and we had a nice encounter that night. Sure, absolutely. I mean, it's because it's just a very different beast from what I do every single day. You know, I was telling Mike, I mean, I do morning television, Good Morning America. I do This Week. Those are slightly different shows from each other as well. But on Good Morning America, it's 2 hours live TV every day. You make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes, and part of the job is making that into an opportunity, recovering from it. Here on Jeopardy, no margin for error. You have to be perfect. That's what the viewers expect. That's what they deserve. I chose to Share Our Strength in their No Kid Hungry campaign. It's run by my friends Billy and Debbie Shore. They've been running it for more than 20 years, and they have a very simple goal. We want to make sure that every kid in America doesn't go to bed hungry and doesn't wake up hungry. And it's not only a simple goal, it's a goal that can be met. We can make progress on this. They're doing it every day. I know the fact that we talked about it on Jeopardy, the fact that those contestants raised so much money for this campaign is going to make a big difference, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. Robin, you told me first that you were nervous when I wasn't nervous. You were so right to be nervous. You made me nervous when you said you were nervous, and you don't know the half of it. It is a stressful job, but it's also an incredible amount of fun. You're going to have a great time. That's a good one. Actually, I have a colleague, one of our senior correspondents at ABC, who is unbelievably well-read. And whenever he puts out posts on our emails, he impresses everyone with his erudition. That's Terry Moran. I think he would be a great contestant. I haven't called Howard Stern yet. I think I probably should. I think it's the advice that Alex TREBEK gave everyone every day when he talked about Jeopardy. This is about the game. Remember that first and foremost. And I think that really does get to the heart of the job of guest hosting. It's not about you. It's about the contestants. It's about the clues. It's about the action. Remembering that and internalizing that, I think, is the best advice. I suppose so. I have to say, as a journalist, I was incredibly impressed with the work that goes into creating the clues, the research, and the writing that goes into it. When you spend more time with the clues than just watching at home, you realize how much craft goes into making them, and how well written they are, and how much everybody who works on them cares about them. Well, once I got here, I realized I just wanted to get through it. This is a lot more tough than it looks to get through it. I guess I was just trying to bring myself, you know, as best I could. It's a very tight format, and as Alex always reminded everyone, it's about the game, and I tried to keep that to heart as well. I did it when I woke up this morning, the day of the taping, and I did it, I think, between tapings. I did it during the lunch break, between tapings 2 and 3.